What is a karmic partner? What is the purpose of a karmic partner in this world? It's quite simple. The mathematical model of this world suggests that only incomplete consciousnesses can incarnate here. Complete consciousnesses do not incarnate in our world. So, if you were born here, it already means that you carry a certain degree of incompleteness within you, and you need to fill this incompleteness by gaining experience over the course of your life, gradually making up for the qualities you lack. But first, you need to understand what those qualities are. In your subjective perception of reality, you always see yourself as absolutely perfect, whole, and complete. The people you meet, and especially those you feel drawn to through affection, love, sexual attraction, or anything else, never appear by chance. And it's never just anyone. After all, if you were attracted to everyone you met, we'd be talking about an animal consciousness that, for some reason, ended up incarnating in a human body, a system error. A man or woman is never drawn to just anyone, but to someone very specific. Is there a reason for this? Of course there is. You can explain this from various angles: physiological, biological, biochemical, psychological, ideological, whichever makes sense to you. But the explanation itself isn't what matters, only the meaning does. That person carries something you don't have. And by being with this person, for however long the program, fate, circumstances, or your own choices allow, whether favorable or unfavorable from an egregorial perspective, they reflect certain qualities you're looking to attract as elements you need in order to move closer to wholeness. You absorb these qualities through them. It's no wonder people say that men and women who've lived together for years start to resemble each other, even if they didn't at first. They become like two versions of the same person. The thing is, a partner isn't a mirror of you. They reflect your emptiness. They mirror what you lack. And if your consciousness is narrow, the shift from love to hatred can happen very quickly. This is reflected in the fact that the qualities which once attracted and completed you can suddenly start to push you away. So when people with limited consciousness interact, the qualities they need to absorb from each other don't have enough time to take root for various reasons. Why does this happen? Well, because sometimes their higher bodies won't allow it. For example, religious beliefs might tell you, don't take anything from him. He's a heretic. Seriously, don't take anything. Or it could be due to other personal prejudices. But the decision always comes from the higher bodies. They decide whether to absorb these qualities or reject them. Once these qualities are absorbed, it's reflected in the fact that this person no longer holds the same significance in your life as they once did. Either a new feeling forms, or the previous one fades altogether, but after this contact, after this connection, you're no longer the same. Is a karmic partner necessary for having children? No. To have children, you need a member of the opposite sex. A karmic partner isn't necessarily of the opposite sex, although originally that's how it was programmed. However, as the program for consciousness development and soul evolution in people becomes increasingly androgynous, A person born in a female body can be a perfect man, and vice versa. The clear distinction between man and woman isn't as absolute now as it was when the population was smaller and reproduction more essential. Back then, yes, programs were built with clearly defined femininity or clearly defined masculinity, and if there were exceptions, it was obvious they weren't born for childbearing, but for something else. That's why they became shamans, eunuchs, or someone else entirely. They weren't ordinary people continuing their lineage through children. They carried on in other ways. So today, a karmic partner doesn't necessarily have to be male for a woman or female for a man. Unless, of course, you're 100% male or 100% female. In that case, your karmic partner would naturally be your exact opposite, possessing the very qualities that you lack. Therefore, don't confuse the term partner when referring to a sexual partner with the term karmic partner. You need to let go of binary thinking. Just because a partner can be both sexual and karmic, it doesn't mean that a sexual partner equals a karmic partner. Get rid of that equals sign. It's simple logic. I'd even say childishly simple. And if the word partner unsettles you, call them a twin instead. This will help you avoid being trapped by binary thinking. Karma is a program. So when we talk about the essence of a karmic partner, we're talking about a partner formed by a program. They help program you towards wholeness, and you, in turn, do the same for them. That's the whole difference between a karmic partner and a sexual one.